Well, good afternoon and happy Monday. What a Monday it's been so far, but you know what? It is, whew, after a nice long weekend of beautiful, wondrous sleep, I am feeling closer and closer to just saying, well, why don't I just go to sleep? So I figured I'd check in and, I really have been wondering what other strategies there are out there to get good sleep. And I was watching a video actually when I hit start broadcast, not realizing, if you can hear other talking, another video might be playing. But, I'm looking at videos and just seeing what other people are doing. I see that there are a couple machines that monitor your different stages of sleep to see how well you're sleeping. That is really interesting to me. I may look into those. The being able to track your sleep and therefore possibly improve it or at least manipulate it to see where improvements can be made. And I'm surprised at the nice videos I'm finding. It's funny, this video where he says he's doubled his quality of sleep. He looks so tired. He looks so tired while he's recording it. But I think the need for sleep was made apparent this weekend. I'm pretty sure I haven't mentioned it, but Friday evening, I got home, around 4 or so, and next thing I know, well, it's about 5 o'clock. We actually laid down, but expect to just take a couple hour nap, relax a little bit, and next thing I know, I wake up about 3:30 in the morning. So I got some sleep, and even though I had no plans for it, my body did, or at least it said, "Oh, we got you now." So the it was, odd schedule as far as the rest of the Saturday. I mean, I pretty much woke up on time to go to work, so I mean, it wasn't completely unfamiliar, but it definitely was a pleasant surprise. You wake up and you feel different, and it's weird. You wake up and you think you're still dreaming because you feel so different than you felt in so long. It's hilarious, without a doubt, to wake up and say, why do I hear myself so well? And okay, that sounds a little crazy, I guess. When you talk to yourself in your head, like, you just say things to yourself inside of your head. The difference waking up and saying, there's no interference, no static, and whoa, I'm thinking. Okay, okay. So it's a wonderful surprise, and it's it was unbeknownst to me how much sleep I was really at a deficit. So I really like I just really like sleeping. It's helpful, it's useful, it's wonderful. If there is a job out there that someone's looking for someone that requires an immense amount of sleep, I think I can, I think I can study up and get ready for it. I think I'll give it a try. But I think the main thing is with all the sleep aids out there, I'm avoiding every single one of them. Working in a pharmacy, I've seen the coolest, nicest people of all ages. The elderly is probably the saddest because you don't really. It's pretty obvious they don't realize it most of the time, but it's really easy for those things to be addictive. I mean, like you'd swear it was heroin or something. The way people are, ready to fight you over something that you can't legally do. No, I can't fill this 2 weeks early. So it's I'm avoiding it at all costs. That's my personal decision. So I just I'm looking for other ways to accomplish it, and certainly mastering my schedule has been of a wonderful jump start to being able to fully get back all the sleep that I'm looking for. And I just don't feel at a deficit anymore. I mean, especially looking at some videos and seeing what other people are trying. I just don't see. I really don't see the need. I know that a brand new sleep aid just came out, first of its class, some type of antagonist, I think. But it's even better that I'm not like looking, oh, maybe this one will do it, maybe this will do the trick, maybe that'll work. But I'm just very about, I'm trying to get further away from my ADD meds and, the Sjogren stuff and the anti-inflammatories and the GI stuff, the acid. And, sound like a lot of stuff. I use eye drops all the time. I wake up and my eyes are so dry. It's like pounding pain. I can feel my heartbeat in my eyes. So I do use eye drops multiple times a day. But it's saline and glycerin. And I think the one I have has a steroid in it. So it doesn't. Well, it helps produce more tears over time, kind of. Not like for stasis, but generally I feel better about it. I feel like the more I use them, the less I have to use them over like a longer, like, a few weeks. I might find that, a couple days ago by and I didn't really need it, so that's cool stuff. But being a Monday, I just really just happy, like I said, happy the week has started. I'm happy that, I'm looking forward to great sleep. Oh my gosh, probably the coolest thing out of the day. I'm about 2 hours into Dan Carlin's Hardcore History, which I think what I'm going to try to start doing, since he only comes out with them every few months, I think I'm going to listen to a free one and then try to buy one of his old ones. I just need to find a good series of his old ones that, that I feel happy buying, I want to be proud of it. And everything is so great quality. I really just want to pick a cool topic. It's just a great podcast. I mean, it's funny. Probably the most hilarious thing is that he really does make you, I find myself rooting for the Germans in World War One, and just the over-engineered, parts of their equipment, technology, and workforce and everything is hilarious. With really war coming down to money, they eventually started, when the Navy was mostly a failure. It wasn't the goal of it to make a big stand against the great British fleet, but the attacking merchant ships and, economic things. I mean, they were blockaded from the beginning of the war just about, so they were long ways from being able to any of their trade outside of the war, and all of their economic ties around the world were blocked. So excuse me, he did it, at least, I'm not even, like I said, barely halfway through. It's like 3 hours and 50 minutes, maybe 4 hours exactly. And this is part 4, I believe, of World War I. And it's cool. It's so weird. It's like, should we pay people to just be storytellers? I mean, I feel like, you talk about a Netflix subscription. Oh gosh, would I? Yeah, 5 episodes a month, once a week. Mr. Carlin, I might be willing to pay like a subscription of like $5 or $6 a month to like just be told stories in there. And I know you love ancient history, and I love history. So you just pick topics you enjoy, passionate about, and you've already read 20, 30 books on. So it wouldn't maybe be such an investment. And I actually wonder if you if you record your quotes while you're reading, so that you can just pull from a stack of quotations you think might be useful when you do the final episode, and just go click, or do you go back and like, oh, I know there's a quote here, and if there is a bin, all that. So it makes me wonder, I wonder how it might help to improve your process. I know that you don't get the opportunity to invest as much time as you really enjoy doing it. So, fine-tuning your process could give you those extra couple minutes to be productive in it, and gets you more enjoyment. And I say all this so unaltruistically because it's selfish of me to just want you to devote more of your time to things you enjoy. So yeah, I think it's just it's a great outlet for anyone. It's what helped encourage me to get on here and start, talking about the things that mean the most to me. And these pharmacy, Find My Pharmacy videos, like I did on Friday. And Did I do one Friday? I believe I did one Friday, but I definitely did one yesterday, Sunday. I had quite a few requests from my students to go over a few subjects, so I said I'd jump in, take care of it. And, well, if nothing else, I hope it's just helpful to them. And I enjoy it. It's funny. My wife watched me live the other night, last night, and I told her, it's like, I didn't realize till I started writing on the board that my little pre-work that I did to make sure all the numbers looked nice, that I actually did it on the board different than I did it in my pre-work. So I was looking back, here it is right here. It doesn't look anything like what I put on the board, but I was able to go over two pretty big topics. You always could use more practice to get used to using proportion method and the percentages, the three different ways you can do it. But bottom line, I was just happy to do it, and it caught me off guard when I noticed it, but everything worked out. It's funny how numbers do that. And as soon as I get a new phone with a functional headphone jack, maybe I'll catch up on all of my podcasts too. Apparently a THC had like a Brian Dunning, I think his name was, on Joe Rogan Experience, that where, it's always like, energetic talking over the host. And, it's funny that you want to give someone a chance who's, a guest somewhere, but when you're not an agreeable seeming person, I'm going to listen to it. I haven't listened to it yet. My buddy Howard listened to it. And I would personally, if you're already talking about a pretty controversial subject, try to be a nice guy. Try to be the type of person that any individual might want to listen to with that topic. The topic apparently was the possibility of Terrence McKenna being a CIA or FBI plant or what have you, an agent or whatever. So, and I've heard quite a bit of it, and I haven't heard anything that's substantiated, so I would be interested in hearing his argument. But he apparently, I'll make, my own interpretation of it, make my own opinion, but apparently he was a little rude to the host. And I mean, he was nice enough to have you on, and very likely this is a 2-hour interview, so he spent a lot more time with you than he's spending with other people up until the beginning of this month. And gosh, I guess I kind of have I look forward to seeing how bad he is, because I don't want that to be my first THC Plus or subscription 2-hour episode. But it could be hilarious. I know that. So, all that said, I am gonna grab one of these masks. Oh, I use masks. Well, I would use headphones too when I go to sleep to be in my own world completely. But I do use masks, maybe some cooling packs, inserts, and things that sleeping during the day instead of at night will help me get a more solid seeming sleep. And I think I am gonna give it a shot. At the very least. It's almost 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, yeah, I can sleep for about 5 hours. About 5 hours for the wife gets home. So, yes, I hope everyone has a wonderful day. It's going to be an awesome week. Believe it, know it, and you're all set. I won't be able to make it tonight. Mr. Davis, just thought about it. Sorry I forgot to respond, but I will see you soon. We'll be in contact. And everyone, have a wonderful day, wonderful week, wonderful everything.